So I never doubted I'd be a father. I never really doubted I'd be a good father. I come from good stock. My parents were great people. My siblings, good folks. My two brothers have 4 kids each. My sister has one. I think that adds up to 9 relatively well-adjusted kids. And I figured I'd join them. But I took a little bit of a detour when I was 41 years old, when I was my first year of law school. I met a crazy wisdom and light Zen master and ended up spending most of my 20s, 30s, and 40s in a relentless spiritual search, which kind of didn't leave much time for parenting. Finally, that played itself out. I'm 49 years old. I'm married. My wife and I want to have a family. It's a little late in the day, so we ended up looking at adoption and frustration, all the stuff that goes with it. Suddenly, boom, faster than thought, we get a call on a Wednesday about an opportunity, and by Monday, I'm holding my beautiful newborn daughter. Happy times. We were in a good position, just good people. But we had good resources, too. My wife had a great job. I had a couple of successful exits. In fact, I recently sold a company and was able to be a stay-at-home dad for the first 4 or 5 years with my daughter. I was very happy. Then school started, and then, without getting into details, the happiness train kind of slowed down or pulled into the station or switched tracks or whatever you want to call it. And like any parent, when you start seeing some issues, solve what you want to call it, challenge, we threw resources at it. We got tutors and therapists and changed schools, anything we could think of to help, and kept escalating. And finally, and when my daughter was 16, it ended up, we had to put her in a wilderness camp and then a residential treatment center, life skills program. And so 10 years later, what do I learn? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know how many heartaches, how many resources we put into it. What did I learn? I learned that the resources are cool. That's nice. I don't mean to diminish them. You bring to the table what you can bring to the table, and that's what we did. So that's, kudos for us. Kudos for the people that helped us too. But you know what? Those things never touch the core of her being. The core of her being never really changed. I mean, that's where the transformation ended up. That's this other stuff we were just fiddling with dials. It wasn't changing anything. You know what does go to the core of the kid's being? The core of your being, who you are internally. Meaning that I find so much of working with parents of problematic kids and just people in general, but especially when you have a troubled kid, it's easy to think, hey, I got to worry about my kid. I don't have time to worry about myself. But you know what? They live in your field. They feel what you feel. They know what you know. They see how you live. They have a direct experience of what your life is like. And if your life is like, I don't trust life, I don't like myself, you got to be on guard all the time. Life's just one problem after another. It's no wonder that they act that way. But they can't show up in life with any kind of, spontaneity or authenticity or really any type of consistency, if you will. And so that's the ticket, We think that we're secondary to the process, that what the resources we bring and the behavior that we bring out in them is primary. No, it's ourselves. And that's where it starts. It starts with you. How much can you trust life? How much are you willing to show up as yourself? How authentic are you? How much are you willing to just be yourself and see what life brings to you? Because when I do that, my daughter responds in that way. That's the greatest gift I can give to my daughter. It's the greatest gift I can give to myself. It's the greatest gift I can give to life. And if you've got the insight, and if you finally say, hey, I've hired my last therapist for my daughter, I've come up with my last trick, whatever, I'm ready to actually go to the source and change my internal experience so that my daughter or my son, my children can change theirs. When you're ready to do that, that's when stuff happens. That's the gift that I want to bring to you so that you in turn can bring that gift to everyone you love, especially your children.